The air in the living room felt heavier than usual, thick with the kind of silence that presses against your chest. I sat on the couch, the laptop balanced on my knees, its screen glowing like a beacon in the dim light. My thumb hovered over the play button, trembling, as the front door clicked open. Sarah's gym bag thudded to the floor, her sneakers squeaking against the hardwood. "Hey babe," she called, her voice bright, too bright, like a bulb flickering before it burns out. I didn't answer. I couldn't. The video on the screen had already stolen my words, my breath, my certainty. She stepped into the room, her ponytail swinging, sweat still clinging to her brow. Her smile faltered when she saw me, really saw me. "What's wrong?" she asked, her tone dipping into something cautious, like she was stepping onto thin ice. I patted the cushion beside me, my hand steady despite the storm raging inside. "Sit down," I said, my voice low, almost foreign to my own ears. "You need to see this." For weeks I'd noticed the cracks. Small things at first. Her phone face down on the counter, when it used to lie screen up, buzzing with notifications. The way she'd linger at the gym, an hour turning into 2 then 3. "New trainer," she'd said, laughing it off, her eyes darting to the side. "He's intense." I'd nodded, swallowed the unease, told myself it was nothing. Trust was the scaffolding of our marriage, wasn't it? 10 years, 2 kids, a mortgage, and 1,000 shared mornings. Those don't crumble over a few late nights. But then there was the text. Last night, her phone had lit up while she was in the shower. Just a glimpse, a name, Jake, and a message that vanished before I could read it. My gut twisted, but I didn't touch her phone. I wasn't that guy. Instead, I'd lain awake, her soft breathing beside me a cruel contrast to the questions clawing at my mind. This morning, I'd done something I swore I'd never do. I checked her gym's social media page. Sarah sat, her thigh brushing mine, the familiar warmth now a stranger's touch. She smelled of lavender body wash and something sharper, like adrenaline. I pressed play. The video was grainy, a security feed from the gym's parking lot, posted by a member who thought it was cute. The timestamp read 9:47 p.m., 2 nights ago. The camera caught her car, our car, parked in the far corner, away from the lights. 2 figures inside, shadows moving too close, too long. A hand on a cheek. A head tilting forward. My heart thudded. Loud enough I thought she'd hear it. "What is this?" Sarah's voice was sharp now, defensive. She leaned forward, her fingers gripping the edge of the couch. I didn't look at her. I couldn't. The video looped, 5 seconds of truth playing over and over. "Who sent you this?" she demanded, as if that mattered more than what I was seeing. "You tell me," I said, my words slow, deliberate, each one a stone dropped into still water. "Who's in the car with you, Sarah?" She froze. The kind of freeze that tells you everything before a single word is spoken. Her breath hitched, and for a moment, I thought she might cry. I wanted her to. I wanted her to break, to spill apologies, to give me something to hold on to. But she didn't. She straightened, her jaw tightening. "It's not what you think," she said, her voice steady now, practiced. "It's just Jake. We were talking. He's been helping me with stuff." "Stuff?" I echoed, the word bitter on my tongue. "What kind of stuff requires you to sit in a dark car for 20 minutes after the gym closes?" Her eyes flicked to the screen, then back to me. "You're blowing this out of proportion. It was nothing. You know how I get when I'm stressed. I just needed to talk." The kids were asleep upstairs, their soft snores a distant reminder of what was at stake. I thought of Emma's crayon drawings on the fridge, Liam's soccer games we'd cheered at together. I thought of the vows we'd written, promising to weather storms, not create them. My chest ached, a dull, spreading pain, like a bruise you don't remember getting. I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to. But the shadow in the car wasn't just talking. It was leaning, touching, lingering. It was betrayal in grainy black and white. "Why didn't you tell me you were stressed?" I asked, my voice cracking despite myself. "Why him? Why not me?" She looked away, her fingers twisting the hem of her shirt. "You've been busy. Work, the kids. I didn't want to burden you." "Burden me." The words came out louder than I meant, sharp enough to make her flinch. "Sarah, I'm your husband. That's my job. Not his." Silence stretched between us, heavy and suffocating. The video looped again, a cruel metronome. I stood needing distance, needing air. The living room felt too small, the walls closing in. I paced to the window, staring at the streetlights outside, their glow blurred by the fog in my head. How long? I asked, my back to her. It's not like that, she said quickly, too quickly. It was just a moment. A stupid moment. It didn't mean anything. Then why didn't you tell me? I turned, my voice rising. Why hide it? Why lie? I didn't lie, she snapped, standing now, her face flushed. I just didn't think it was worth mentioning. It was nothing. Nothing doesn't look like that, I said, pointing at the laptop. Nothing doesn't make you forget your family. The fight spiraled, words cutting deeper with each pass. She swore it was a one-time thing, a lapse in judgment. She swore she loved me, that she'd never meant to hurt me. But the details slipped out unbidden. A late-night coffee, a shared laugh, a moment of weakness. Jake was her trainer, yes, but also her confidant, someone who listened when I was too distracted. Each word was a shard, slicing through the life we'd built. I thought of the mornings I'd kissed her goodbye, the nights I'd held her close, oblivious. I thought of the trust I'd poured into her, like water into a cracked vase. And then the twist, the thing that broke me. I ended it, she said, her voice barely a whisper. That night in the car. I told him it was a mistake. I chose you. I stared at her, the woman I'd loved for a decade, now a stranger with tear-streaked cheeks. Chosen me? As if I was a consolation prize, a fallback after she'd tasted something else. The video stopped looping, frozen on that final frame, her silhouette leaning toward his. I wanted to scream, to shatter something, to rewind time. But all I could do was whisper. You already broke us. The house was quiet now, the kids still asleep, unaware. Sarah sat on the couch, head in her hands, sobbing softly. I stood by the window, my heart a hollow drum. The betrayal wasn't just the act. It was the secrecy, the choice to let someone else in where I should have been. I didn't know if I could forgive her. I didn't know if I wanted to try. But as I looked at her, broken and human, I realized the truth. Love doesn't die in a single blow. It frays slowly, until you're left holding threads, wondering if they can ever be woven back together.